Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today is March 20th. My name is Brad Matheny. I'm giving you an update as to what's going on with the general markets. Last week, we had a big banking issue. I called a capitulation bottom. I went through and produced a YouTube video last weekend. It's available on my YouTube channel for investors, highlighting longer term market sector trends. Big move in gold. My opinion is gold's going to move higher, up above 2150, possibly 2250, and then stall out. This has been my prediction literally for the last 6+ months. And again, it's kind of interesting how watching these things play out. I don't get too flustered by the shorter term price rotations or what's actually going on. I'm trying to really look, 4 to 12 months out in the future, possibly even 4 to 12 years out in the future, and what we're doing and how you can profit from it. So now I've drawn this chart now. You can see I've highlighted this end of wave four. I think we're beginning to move into a wave five. The way I am counting this is a move to wave one up here, wave two down here. Wave three is an actual double top between these two bars over here. This is actually not wave three. Let me recount this. This is the beginning of wave three to the upside. Now we have from here to, I believe, right up here, 436, 437 on the SPY is going to be a completion of wave three all the way up. A, B, C, D, E, a more aggressive wave E, going to likely end somewhere after April 15th to maybe April 30th, peaking out over here. So be aware. And that's going to give us a very strong base for an even broader uptrend. Let's see if I can drag this without moving anything. So when you come in here and you figure out where this E wave is, that means that the next pullback's got to stay above this wave two, because we're at a wave three here. That would mean that wave four would likely come back down into this area. And then wave five in July will start to move higher, quite a bit higher, and should be larger than this. Now, understand that this is the end of wave four, and this is the end of wave three. So this could very well, this is a daily chart. This could very well just be, oops. This could very well just be a wave one move from this low up to here, and a wave one move. Try to make it as bright as I can. And the draw right. That could be a wave one of this new wave five. This could be a wave five correction, hypothetically somewhere into the 1/3 area to 1/2 area down into here. Then we could begin a wave three move, which could, and if my drawing is correct, see where I'm at here, October, that seems about right. Then we could move into an even broader trend. So this is wave one, two, three would have to be larger than wave one. So it's very simple to understand that wave three could be something more along the lines like this. And then we would have a wave four and then a wave five moving even higher. So now, how do I understand where I'm at with this? Okay, well, I've marked here as January 2024. And this is, again, the beginning of 2024. We're likely going to be out here. In fact, let me just clone this and try to drag it out here to November, the election, roughly right there in 2024. We are likely going to be, maybe not in this phase, maybe more long term, we are likely going to be moving in a very broad upward pattern after near the end of 2023 into 2024. And this could be a very interesting wave, pattern, maybe more like this as we get closer to the election and seeing something really escalate to the upside. But what I really wanted to highlight with you guys, all of you guys today, is something very interesting with what I call my Fibonacci price amplitude arcs. You see these arcing levels here? Well, I want you to pay attention to this arcing level right across here. Let me change that color, make it kind of a bright purple, bright pink, or red. I can make it a bright purple. Yeah, that's kind of an ugly color. I'll make it a dark purple. Okay, this is the line in the sand for the S&P. This is the area that will likely become long-term support and resistance. The Fibonacci price amplitude arcs are a study that I have kind of formulated on my own that basically suggests that every price move includes a frequency, an amplitude, and a vibrational function internally. And I believe that the resistance we've seen now retested multiple times over here, and soon to be back over in this area. I believe this area right over in here is going to be our ultimate line in the sand. That's going to be where we're going to see the markets really attempt to move. Now you see these longer term lines here, very hard for you to actually see, but let me kind of move them to the front. These are our long-term support channels. Okay, we are at and above these long-term support channels going back almost 14 years, ladies and gentlemen. And as long as we stay above these blue and yellow lines and we continue to see this pattern play out, we are very likely going to resolve to the upside on a capitulation bottom, like I've been telling you, this little banking crisis, and I call it little, it looks big, but understand that it looks like it's moving to the sidelines right now. And it looks like we are going to see some real sideways volatility going into the end of 2023. Now, understand that when I call sideways volatility, I'm talking about this box. This could carry on all the way till about June, July, August of 2023 before we start to see any real upside move to the upside. And this, again, ladies and gentlemen, I've been telling you this for over 6 months, trying to tell you what's going on in the market after I called this bottom. I called this as a wave three correction. I called this as a wave four correction. This was a wave three rally that lasted almost 7.5 years. This was a wave four correction. Now we're in this capitulation bottom. We're soon going to start to move into an advanced phase. And the real opportunity for this advanced phase right now is going to come over the next 6 months. August, September, October, November of 2023 is where we're going to have some really good opportunities. Right now, if my analysis is correct, you have the opportunity for approximately a, let's call it 16 to 20% upside move in the best US sectors and trends. Now, what are the best US sectors and trends? Come to my website and I'll help you find them. But in the meantime, I want you to understand that the markets are going to do what they are going to do, and we need to be prepared for a very strong uptrend. And we need to watch this line right over here. I'm going to give you a number, roughly 416, 417 on the SPY. Once we get above that level, I think we could see the levels hold above 400 for quite some time, rallying up to the 425, 435 area, maybe even a little bit higher, 465, 475 uh, by possibly July. We'll see how that plays out. This is the rotation that I'm expecting to potentially end in June, July. We may see it rally a bit higher, maybe a bit later into this year and rolling over. So hypothetically, it could be just like take a look at this, screen capture this and realize that this could be exactly what happens, or it could be a little bit more delay. It could be more along the lines like this. And it could be a little bit more delayed coming into the end of the year or maybe even into early 2024 before we see, whoops, before we see this real base kind of set up. So we could see it happen quickly, or it could be something more along the lines like this, which would mean that we would see this wave that I've drawn here, this blue wave, would actually be more of a blue wave like this, carrying out to the upside. So we have some real opportunity here, but again, it's these longer term support levels and this Fibonacci price amplitude arc that are, I think, are becoming very, very critical support for the markets. We'll see how it plays out. All right, guys, follow my research, visit my website. This is the URL right over here. You can come take a look at it. Oh, all over the place. Get ready. The next big moves are coming. And like I said, my charts may look like a lot of spaghetti, but I think you're going to be hard pressed to find anybody who can do what I do as efficiently as I do with regards to the markets and seeing what's coming. It's all about capital function and understanding what's really taking place underneath it. It is technical analysis, but it's a lot deeper than that. Okay, guys, talk to you soon.